So I got asked a rather interesting question the other day. The question of, if I was a woman, would I date a guy that has a hot body, hot face, but is poor? Or would I date a guy who has an ugly face, ugly body, and is rich? Dalen, you want to answer first?
Oh, shoot, man. Putting me on the spot, huh? God damn, bro. My G. You know me, man. You know me. Man, I'd rather be living comfortably with a sack of shit, than living uncomfortably with a very beautiful piece of shit, So yeah, if I was a woman, I would definitely settle with the piece of filthy shit that has a lot of money, That's just me though, That's just me.
Okay.
I don't know about women out there, Give your thoughts,
All right, man. I disagree with that, bro. All right. So when I answered this question, I got asked this question by a girl, by the way.
Okay.
When I answered this question, I was like, well, actually, the bigger question is if that person is going to treat me right. It's not about if he's poor, if he's rich, it doesn't fucking matter, because if he's poor, he probably has not enough finances at all to support. Like, how poor are we talking about? Are we talking about dirty ass poor, or just like poor to a point where we can only eat once a week, like something like really good once a week?
You mean like McDonald's once a week? McDonald's getting fucking expensive, man. Holy shit, dude.
It's really expensive now in Cali. But no, I don't think that, bro. I think once a week to like a nice restaurant, like a semi-decent, okay restaurant. Like, for example, Chili's. It's not like super high-end. It's like more like standard, or like Macaroni Grill, BJ's, Red Lobster. Once a week, We're not talking about like once a week to like omakase. Like $100 per person. Yeah. Okay. So it depends how poor you are. I think if it gets to a point where it's like so poor to a point where it's like you can't even afford basic stuff, then yeah, I think that's hella problematic. But if a guy's super rich and he has like no time for you, or he's out banging other girls because he's like rich and I'm high value man, I could do whatever the fuck I want, then that's a problem too. I talk about this rich guy problem because I actually have this like really close female friend of mine. She dates like guys who are in the same socioeconomic background as her. And she comes from a really good upbringing, right? She comes from a really wealthy family. And so she dates guys who are just like rich, either self-made. Mostly they're guys who are not self-made. It's mostly guys who are actually... Stop that baby, bro. Oh my god. All right. So all right, Dalen's tripping out right now. He thinks it's too funny. All right. All right. It's mostly guys that are not self-made. It's mostly guys who are just like leeching off their parents' money. Mostly guys who are just pretty much spoiled guys, Guys who don't really do much, work at the parents' company, and then just gets a lot of money, even though they're like probably manager status and they don't have to do that much, and just straight up brought it to them, They just straight up inherited it, So I think guys like that, they don't know suffering. They're like spoiled brats who just know how to spend money. So her most recent guy actually was going out to like strip clubs and just getting laid, and she found out about that and they broke up. But like, what do you expect from a guy who's like spoiled as shit, Like, if he's spoiled, he's just going to be spending all the time, And then if he's spending all the time, he's going to be obviously...
Fucking strippers.
I can't concentrate with your face, bro. Right. Okay. Concentrate time, bro. All right. So, if he's born in, like, luxury, then he's just, like, going to be spending all the time, and then he's just going to be doing things that makes himself feel good, right? Buying like luxury things, spending money on women, spending money to get his dick wet, like going to like the strip club or going like a whorehouse, right? So I think that with rich guys, the problem with that is that like he would probably not treat you right, because if he's spoiled like kid who got brought up in an upbringing where it's just like he got everything handed to him on a silver platter, he doesn't know how it is to suffer, and he's not going to know how it is to treat a woman right. And if he's like super self-made, he's probably spending a lot of time on his job and not a lot of time on you, right? So you gotta ask the question, like, is this guy gonna be able to treat you right? I'm not saying that like rich guys are not able to treat you right. You guys see if he's gonna be able to treat you right. I'm also not saying that like poor men, they can't treat a woman right. You just gotta kind of see if they're gonna treat you right in a sense where it's like they're gonna spend time with you. Like when it comes to like heavy lifting things, is he gonna be able to help you move the groceries? Or if he's like the rich guy, he's just gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna pay you money. You go buy the groceries. You come back. You lift all the groceries yourself in while I'm on my computer just doing my own work, and then you have to do all the heavy lifting. Or he could also be like one of the rich dudes who's like, I pay for everything. You should tolerate me going out with other girls and spending time with them, right? Or it's like when it comes to protecting you outside at the club. For example, you get your ass grabbed when you guys are having fun. He's like just a rich dude. He's like, well, I'm going to pay like security to handle this.
I'm going to pay security to handle this? Oh my goodness.
So, I mean, it's like, what is this guy going to do? Like, he probably just like counts on everything for money, you know? Counts on money for everything, I mean. So if he's counting on money for everything, then he can't even have his own willpower to help you out. He's probably just going to be like, yeah, you take care of everything. You cook, you clean.
Sounds like,
and then you do all the heavy lifting. You take care of the kids while I can slack off because I make all of the money. I make all the residual income and all of the, not even just residual income, but maybe even active income. Because, for example, like if he's making all this residual income, he's probably like just a slacker, and he just sits on the couch all day and he goes like, I'm making all the money. So because all the money's from me, you just do all this shit while I just sit on the couch. But yeah, I mean, if he's like actively making money and he's really busy, that's I think it's more understandable. But then this, in a sense, is you're gonna have the problem of, is he gonna spend more time with you, right? So there's always like too much of everything, you know, too much of anything. And then if it's too much of anything, you might be displeased. Like for example, if he's the rich dude actively working on his job, then you're gonna be like, he doesn't give me much time. If he's the rich dude, spoiled, just sits on the couch all day with residual income, he's going to be like, oh, I have authority over you. If he's like the poor dude, you'd probably be like, oh, man, he doesn't make enough. So you just have to see which one treats you right, you know, which one can make do with what they have. Like, for example, this poor guy, if he is barely scraping by, but he's doing his best to like work hard and then also spend time with you, you know, you probably have a keeper. Or just find a guy who's like balanced, making like good amount of money. So that's why I told this friend of mine, I was like, maybe you should just find a guy who's more balanced, because you come from a good socioeconomic background, and poorer families, they probably would not understand your concepts and ideology, but you're trading off with like a guy who will treat you right with a guy who will have the same like socioeconomic background and possibly the same mindset on certain things. But he won't treat you right. Like if he has the same mindset on things and same ideologies, the most important thing is he going to treat you right?
I think, yeah, that's the most important thing, is if you're going to treat each other right at the end of the day. Because like nowadays you see like people just being too afraid to even be vulnerable enough to treat each other right. Because people nowadays, like we were just talking about earlier, they're just so like overprotective of themselves because they don't want to be hurt, or they see on social media that there's like cheating going on or like other stuff, and then they're just at the end of the day, they're not going to find this meaningful, deep relationship that they're looking for.
Yeah. See, that's the thing I want to say, because like I think a lot of women, they're just so set on like, is this guy making enough? And if he makes enough, then he's going to be able to treat me right. But no, there's a lot of guys out there who make so much or get a lot of mommy and daddy's money to a point where they're going to treat you like shit because they think they're the shit. They think they're a king. So you have to listen to everything they have to fucking say. So stop looking at if this guy has fucking money.
That's the thing I wanted to talk to you about.
Look at, is this guy going to really treat you right? That's the biggest thing. You can't determine happiness and how he's going to treat you right with a money scale. You can't be like, oh, he bought me a purse.
I think nowadays people are too focused on that. Like, oh my God, this guy, is he rich or not? Like, people are forgetting that you guys could build wealth together.
Yeah.
People are forgetting that. People are just looking for something that's already loaded up like a gun, you know, that's like, oh, he's got everything, all the packages, all the check marks, I'm going to go with him. But what happened to building stuff up together, you know?
Exactly, bro. And I always say this, it's not about like the money, like to girls. Like I always think about like if I'm a girl, right? That's why I thought about this whole topic. I even told the person that was asking me about this, like I was like, yeah, this is very interesting because I always think about if I'm a girl, how would I want a guy to treat me?
This actually changed my mind too.
You're right, right? I would not want a guy to just be buying me shit. Yeah. Like, you know, those kids from China, right?
Oh,
they have super rich parents.
What do you call those? What do you call those?
Dies, right? Four dies. So they're like super rich parents, and then those parents have no time for them. That all they do is just spoil their kids with money and buy them like nice car, buy them like nice food, buy them like nice everything, like clothes, whatever they want. But then they don't give like actual love. Yeah. And then you see these kids turn out like just like
materialistic,
and then they purport that into their relationships with their girlfriends or boyfriends.
And then like, they start doing the same thing that their parents were doing. They're like buying them everything.
But it's a cycle of unhappiness because you actually don't even have anything that's real. Yeah. It's so fucking faked up. It's superficial as shit. Yeah. And I'm like, God damn, how do people not see this shit? Yeah. Fucking sad.
It is, bro.
So like, I always think about, I'm not trying to like benefit men where it's like, women, stop looking at money so that we could benefit and pay less. It's not because I'm being cheap or whatever bullshit. I'm trying to spread this so that you could actually look at more authenticity rather than like, oh, money is going to make me happy. Looking at a man who has money, that's the way he's going to make me happy because, you know, that's my way of happiness. No, I mean, like, dude, I mean, if that's really who you are.
Because like they were probably taught that when they were young.
Yeah,
the girls, they received all the materialistic stuff. They're like, oh, you know, I grew up. That's the only way, like, I know love.
Yeah, but then I see these people where it's like they were taught this, but then they have endless failed relationships because they're going through this, like, this shitty cycle that doesn't make any shit sense. You know, it's so just like, it's just a cycle where it's like you're taught wrong. And then you have no awareness where it's like, this is right or wrong. Like, how do you see something like with money as love, bro? Like, unless it's to an actual point where it's like, this guy's broke as shit that's actually causing you problems, then yeah, that's fucked up. Then you avoid guys like that, obviously. But at least find a balance, right? Find a guy who is going to treat you right. Don't find the rich dude who's just going to treat you like you're disposable and thinks he's above you just because he's rich. Stop going after guys like that. And then so you see like girls going after guys like this, and then they just keep like getting into like failed relationships, and they're like, oh, I don't know why, but then I want a guy who's like rich. I'm like, what the fuck? This guy just doesn't care about you, bro. Like, why keep going after guys like this?
I know, dude.
Honestly, I really respect the girls who are fucking 10s and go for guys who are ugly.
Oh, yeah.
Because those guys treat them right, and those guys probably have a good amount of money, and they could treat this girl right. And then the girl's like, I don't care about his looks. Like, I just care about if he treats me right. Those girls are the fucking... Dude, those girls... Dude, applaud to you guys. Like, I don't know how you guys do that, but you guys have a level of awareness that
that's why girls are like more emotional than men.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah. So
girls are way more emotional.
It's very commendable though. But you know, in a society where we see like a hot girl with like a ugly guy, we usually shit on that girl where you're like, "Oh, dude, she's so hot, but why is she with this
we shit on the girl or the guy?"
We shit on both. Like if it's a hot guy with an ugly girl, we also shit on that guy, right? As a society. But I think we should commend those types of people. Yeah. Like, you're taking one for the team, you're sacrificing shit, or you're seeing something more deep, and more perpetuating that everyone else is not seeing. And regardless of how they judge you, you still go like, no, I still love this person, and that's really commendable, dude. And you know, as we head down a society where it's like, where we look into how a man can provide, like, as a money, as like a bank deposit, as like a bank withdrawal or bank savings, ATM machine. It's so superficial. It's so superficial to a point where it's like, dude, you guys even have real love anymore? It's so sad, bro. so sad. It makes me like not even want to like date anymore. I'm like, what the hell is this fake ass shit? Stop looking at me. Like sometimes I go on some dates, right? And it's literally like a checklist. Literally, I could see them asking, "Oh, what do you do?" And then like you kind of see.
Okay, next one.
You kind of see like a
X. X. Nope.
You kind of see like a light bulb go off in their head. They're like, "So what do you do?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm an engineer. I do this and this." And they're like, "Oh, engineer."
Okay.
And you see something light up in their head, and they're like, "Ding," right? Or it's like, "Oh, so what do you like to do on your free time?" And I'm
McDonald's?
like, okay. For example, I say like, "Yeah, I don't really like to eat like expensive things," and they're like, "Oh." And that's like an X. One is like a light bulb. One is like an X. Oh, fuck. I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I being judged like this? Dude, chill out. Like, why judge me like this when I'm going to treat you good? And then you go after a guy who's like, likes omakase, likes really expensive things, likes to buy you expensive things, but treats you like shit. Probably beats you too. Dude, you got to stop looking at the money aspect. Look at the biggest thing, I would say, is if he treats you right. Obviously, second thing is money, in my opinion. But a lot of people's definitions now is just the money aspect. Yeah. And I wanna voice this and promote this ideology because I don't want people going after money all the time because you're just asking for a world of hurt. If you're just always chasing a guy with money, then, bro, like that guy's gonna have authority over you and just does whatever the fuck he wants. Like this situation with my close female friend. I'm like, dude, that's how you ask yourself to get fucked over.
Yeah, like all these girls now, they're just trying to buy themselves into a marriage where a guy is like super loaded. They're like not even thinking about, oh, if this guy if I'm able to build something with this guy. They're like, oh, no, that's too much work. I'm trying to look for something that's already built, like that's already good to go, like out of the box, good to go. I'm not trying to build something up with someone, fuck that shit, right? So I'm just gonna go, find something that's already built, that's already good for me, and then I'm good, green check mark, I'm okay, it's fucked up, it's fucked up. That's what it is.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't even with this guy, bro. I can't even. But yeah, I mean, it's like they just look at money like. I don't even know what the fuck I was gonna say now. You made me like laugh my ass off too hard, bro. I don't even know anymore. What the hell was I gonna say? Oh my god, yeah. I mean, just like stop correlating money as if like that's the way of him treating you right, because honestly, that's not really how it usually is. Like
that's kind of just. Kind of going back to slavery, right? Money.
Yeah.
Like giving you money. Am I treating you right just by giving you money, right? Like, jeez, that's like a job. Like, am I treating you right just by paying you every hour? Like, goddamn.
That's bad, dude. That's some prostitution type shit, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's better to look at a person for who they are instead of what they have or how much money they have.
Yeah, and I think it's like such an easy flaw or such an easy mistake that girls do nowadays, where it's just like, oh, how much money does this guy make? Right? I'm not saying like all girls do that. I'm just saying that it's starting to become a more prevalent issue. And I think as it becomes more of a prevalent issue, we have to talk about that more so we can promote the idea that you have to look at something that's more authentic unless you really are so super materialistic and you grew up in like a materialistic environment
that you can't even tell what
and emotionally shit like him going out to cheat really doesn't affect you. Why my guess, like be my guest, like just go for it, just keep like getting cheated on, like that's fine, but like if that's what you can handle, like I'm being 100% dead ass, bro. Like if that's really what some girls can handle, and some girls have admitted like, yeah, as long as he pays things, like I don't care if he goes out with other women, because it's just like not emotional, like that thing is just like physical. So like, yeah, I mean, be my guest if you really can take that. But if you can't take that and you're like my friend who like right away she sees like her boyfriend going out to cheat, and you value cheating and you value loyalty, you value loyalty over cheating, then you have to like really understand that not everything is just based on money, because guys with more affluence could come with more problems. And I'm not trying to say this because I'm broke boy. I'm obviously far from broke boy. Like, you know that shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people know that. I'm just saying that because I want to promote this ideology that you don't need that much money for a man to pay you in order to be happy. I'm tired of seeing girls getting hurt by these types of dudes. That's why I'm like, dude, you girls got to stop going for guys like this, right? So, yeah, man. I mean, to wrap this up, stop going for guys. I mean, you can go for
Stop going for guys in general.
To wrap this up, stop considering men just because of how much money they have. Maybe you should consider, like, if they have a balance of everything, you know, see if they could treat you right. And with that, that is all we have for today on the Controvert podcast. We will see you guys next time. If you guys like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, everything, and comment what you think with, like, affluent guys. Like, do you think they come with more problems?
Ooh,
Let us know.
That's a good one.
We'll see you guys next time. Peace out, guys.
Later.